Hey y'all, hey, we are back for another review of Sisters on BET. We're just gonna jump right into it. We on season 3, episode 4. So we are in the wake of Gary's surprise wedding proposal slash wedding situation. So he's pressuring Andy to give him a yes or no. He loves her, blah blah blah. Don't nobody give a damn. And Karen tells him, no. We need to go in the back. We need to holler at you for a minute, girl. We need to come talk to you. And Andy's just look. She's overwhelmed with the thought of being married to Gary as if he's some sort of prize. But okay, girl, sure. So they take her into the back, and Karen is telling him, like basically, excuse me, this is his way of controlling you, Andy, and I can't sit by and let you do that. So they're gonna go back and forth about should she say yes or no. Aaron before they go in the back. Aaron walks in and he is late, but he was the best man. He had to stop and pick up the marriage license. So not only did you stage a photo shoot, get my friends here, get a pastor, get a photographer, and get the marriage license. And all this getting, you didn't get my attention. You didn't get my permission. You didn't. Andy didn't get no invitation. She's just there at this point. Child, it's a mess. Anyway, so they take her to this. They take her in the back room, and she just thinks it's all so sweet and romantic, and we all know that Andy is inundated with the whole concept of a wedding and being married, and she's getting older and she's supposed to be married with kids and all this wonderful crap that people tell you that you're supposed to have done by now. So she's really not trying to hear it. So Karen, she's not buying it at all. Ain't nobody here for it. However, Karen is the only one of the friend girl group that is speaking up. Danny and Sabrina's like, I don't agree either, but girl, we here to support you. And Karen's like, no, girl, I ain't here to support you. I hear you, but I don't hear you. I feel you, but I don't feel you. So Andy, again, clouded by the whole whimsy of having a wedding. She claims it's special because she mentioned it on her first date. Like if she was to get married, she wanted it to be a surprise. Sort of, I guess along the lines of what Gary has done on today. And that's cool and all, but if this is what you really wanted, you shouldn't be conflicted in your spirit, which means this ain't right. Something about this ain't right. But okay, girl. Also, on Gary's part, could be another form of manipulation because I know this is what you want out of life. You've told it to me, so I'm going to do all these wonderful things to get what I need. So yeah, all right, whatever. So she's defending Gary to the end, and Cameron reminds her of Andy reminds the girls that Gary remember every detail about this proverbial wedding that she mentioned to him on their first date, which in the scene, I learned that it was a few months ago. So all of this happened in the span of a few months, girl. It ain't been long enough for you to just be beside your whole logic and reasoning beside yourself. But whatever, girl. And Karen reminds her of every detail that we also remember. Him almost breaking your ribs. Jasmine almost killing you. Jasmine getting you jumped. Just all of these things that have come with Gary within the last few months. So yeah, while you reminded somebody, let me remind you of what's reality as well. So Cam reminds her of every detail. Danny and Sabrina, they pretty much get into the fight. They're like, whatever she wants to do is what we're gonna go with. Child, I don't care. Danny, as long as Danny's on the same spectrum of as long as I get my $500, I don't care what she do or who she do it with. It is what she want to do. I can't make her change her mind. Oh goddamn well. I agree, Danny, but I couldn't sit up there in no silk dress. It couldn't be me. Wouldn't be me. No, ma'am. It sure as hell would not. So Karen wants no parts that she's about to go. Andy's decided she's going to go through with it, and Karen has decided I'm not going to watch you go through with it. So if that's what you want to do, may the force be with you, and Merry Christmas. So Danny says that she's wrong. So Danny tells Karen that she's wrong in her sentiment. I don't agree. I don't agree. How you're showing up in support of your friend differs from how I'm showing up in support. Doesn't make me wrong. Danny, you know that she's making a bad decision, but you're there in solidarity as her friend, in support. Karen feels like it is a detrimental mistake, and I'm not going to support you in it. I'm not going to agree with you. So neither of you agree, but you decided to support her or not support her in your own fashion. I don't think Karen is wrong, because had it been my friend, I'm not going either. I'm not going to be able to participate, because what's going to happen is he's going to get up there and say all this lovey-dovey stuff, and when it's time for me to give a toast, I'm going to fuck around and give the crowd the truth. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to participate. So I understand you, Karen. It is what it is. You know, you got to do what's best for your sanity, and peacing out is the best option in this scenario. So Karen's out. So Andy, you know, sees that Karen is adamant about this, and she asked the other girls, do they feel the same way, and they agree, but they still said they're going to be there in support. So they're going to stay. Everybody else is leaving. Well, Karen's leaving. Everybody else is staying. So, child, I guess. We're gonna flip over, and Gary is outside talking to Aaron, and he seems confused, and he's asking Aaron if he's screwed up again. So you're asking Aaron, on your wedding day if you screwed up with Andy again. The fact that it's again is sign number 7,824 that this is a character trait. It is a trend. Like, you keep screwing up, you keep messing up, you keep doing shit you ain't got no business doing, basically. That's what I got from that conversation. Karen storms up as they're talking and reminds Gary that she don't like him, he ain't shit, he doesn't deserve Andy, and if he hurts her friend again, she got something for his ass. Now, what I took from that is, while I don't agree with what y'all doing, she's still my friend. Exactly. I don't have to agree with you to be in friendship, to love you, to like you, to do all of these things that happens in community with other people. But she also reminds him, if shit go left this time, I'm gonna put a hole in your ass. That's what I assume she's telling him, because she said, I got something for your ass, and we know she ain't afraid to shoot nobody at this point, even though you were defending yourself, which is totally different from, you know, attempting to assassinate someone. But all right, go, we'll take it. So, you know, that was just a little mild threat, like, y'all can do this effed up decision if you want, but I got something for your ass next time. That's all. And goodbye. And have a good day. So Karen tells him, you know, she got something for him if he hurts her again. Karen's out. Fatima's outside smoking, because, child, it is way too much for me. And for me, I understand Fatima, because, girl, I'm the new friend girl in the group. And I'm walking into issues with Karen because of Zach acting up. Andy about to get married. She don't really want to, but she want to. It's just a lot for me to be the new friend. I understand. Girl, I would have to get my vape on or something at this point as well. So, Karen walks up. Fatima's outside smoking. And, Cameron is storming in her car. And Fatima offers her a vape pen. She don't want it. She tells her again that I didn't know about y'all. Blah, blah, blah. And at this point, Fatima, stop apologizing. Don't apologize not near another time to Karen. Because, first of all, she ain't important enough in you and Zach's situation to keep apologizing to her. You said you didn't know. You said you didn't know. You apologize. That's enough. That's enough. I'm not going to keep apologizing. We're not going to keep talking about it. You're not going to keep giving me your ass to kiss, because I don't have a role in that. We got two totally separate things going on with Zach. I ain't know about it. I ain't know about you. I'm sorry, girl. I don't want to be weird. Now, at this point, you're being too goddamn rude for me, Karen, because she said she don't know. She didn't know. Nobody said they knew. What can you do? Absolutely nothing. So Cameron says that he ain't shit. Fatima doesn't agree. They all have different experiences with Zach, and that just is what it is. Karen and Zach were with each other in different stages of their life. Zach is now in a different stage. It is okay. That all Karen can see is the stage that her and Zach were in when he was at that stage in his life. He's no longer there. Let it go. Relax. It's all right. Girl, Karen, you make me tired. Just relax. Moving right along. So they down to the gay bar. Maurice he sachets up for a drink and tell the bartender that he had two men fighting over him at the bank. Then further admits that he's fantasizing. He would love for that to be true, but it's not. And then he asks the bartender to help him locate Q. Q is the guy that came into the bank to spend Calvin's stolen checks. And so the the bartender asks him, what did he steal? So he automatically know who Q is and what he is about. And obviously he steals frequently, often, and from anybody. For one, for two, y'all know him intimately enough to know who he is and his personality. Anybody smacked his edge yet? Like, you keep putting your hands on people's shit. The bartender says that Q not only stole from him, he stole a laptop from him. And Marks asked him, like, was the D worth it? And he was like, yeah, sir. there's no D on this planet that is, worth your $1,000 laptop being stolen out your house. That's toxicity at its best, because entirely too much. Okay, so Maurice tells him to call him if he sees him. Calvin walks up. He needs a double shot. He's not speaking to Maurice. They're going back and forth. Some woman named Peggy. By the name Peggy, you know what she looks like. Peggy shows up to meet Calvin, and she's just chatty. Oh my god. Hi, Maurice. Da, 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 da. By that voice, you'd also know who Peggy is. So Peggy is there, and she's talking to Maurice, and Maurice introduces himself, and she's there to take shots with Calvin. Her and Calvin have some pre-existing history where they hook up all the time. I don't take that to be sexual intercourse. I take that to be girls hanging out. But I'm not going to get into that. So Peggy's talking too much, and she's telling too much of them business. Maurice trying to get all the tea, and Calvin is shutting them up, trying to hush them right along. And Maurice reminds him, Mr. Open and Honest, let's talk about it. Like, let Peggy talk and say what she got to say. But, of course, he didn't. They go back into the shots, and they go dance. And now Maurice is left alone. All right, so Zach shows up at Danny's, and Preston's there. Zach comes in. He's hungry, as usual, eating up all them folks' groceries. Preston is listening to bluegrass music, and Zach is not impressed. He's not impressed with the music. He tells him, it reminds him of slave catchers sticking dogs on slaves. I never put that picture with bluegrass music, but thanks for the visual, Zach, because now I can't get it out of my head. Wonderful. Danny has... So they're talking about music, and Danny has Preston listening to R&B, and he's unsure if he likes it. Danny listens to R&B all the time. He understands, but he doesn't really know if he likes it or gets it fully. Zach reminds him that although R&B uses the N-word, and that you hear it a lot, and you're not sure why it's in the music so often, that you better not use it or you're gonna get your ass beat. And he respects Zach's opinion on that. He's like, I understand. I ain't using the word, whatever. So they are. What I found interesting, yes. I definitely understand. Zach asked him, like, does Danny know you listen to this type of music? And he says no. I don't know how you cohabitate, how y'all are currently what's the word? I don't know how y'all are currently cohabitating, and she don't know your style of music, and you not sure if you like her style of music, which that's cool. Everybody can like what they like. But child, she should at least know that this is what you listen to, because she in there playing Luther, and you're just not even here for it. You're looking for the Zach Morris band, and that could be a point of contention in the household, because what are we gonna listen to while we're cleaning up? Because it's not gonna be Tennessee Whiskey, yes, but it's not gonna be Gretchen Wilson. I mean, it could be, because I like her too. But I'm just saying that could be a conflict in the household if y'all don't know each other's music, because music is very personal to people. So that's a discussion y'all need to have, or just listen to it. Just take a gander, see if you like it. Even if you don't like it, there's nothing you can do about it. I don't know why I did a whole diatribe on that, but I felt like it. So now they're commiserating on what happens after the sister circles. Zach reminds him, like, be careful when Danny gets home. She's going to have attitude, because every time they leave the little sister circle meetings, there's a problem. And Preston goes on to tell him, like, no, I don't have that problem out of Danny. She comes home, tells me what happened, and we going about our day. And Zach is just confused at how that could go off without a hitch. But, hey, different people, different reactions, different outcomes. Life. All right. So, he further confirms that the Karen Zach ship has sailed. I hope so, because child, I don't have no more words for that fiasco. Zach seems to be betting on this mysterious stock tip from that lady. Preston tells him, while all of that is fine and dandy, do your research, make sure it's good to go, and if it's what you want to do, bet the house on it, child. Do what you want to do. Zach, I'm of the opinion, don't do it. It's giving very much white collar crime. It's giving very much embezzlement. It's giving very much Martha Stewart, and you don't have the hue. You don't have the particular hue that buys you the luxury of doing a year in prison in a padded cell with access to the amenities. Your ass going back to prison. So you might not want to do that. You might not want to, I don't care about the show enough bet on the stock tip. Just trade stocks like the rest of us using Robinhood or Acorns or something of that nature. Don't follow with that lady, because when the shit hit the fan, she'd never seen you a day in her life. Okay? All right. Okay, so Karen goes to her shop, and somebody is getting pummeled in this utility closet. And Pam is back there with somebody's son, child. She asks for privacy, and she shuts the door, and they come walking out, getting themselves together. He leaves, and Pam's talking to Karen. Sis said she needed a tune-up, but she didn't want the man to know where he lived. Karen asked her what the man's name was. She's not really sure. Now, what I will say is Pam is smart in that aspect. Because if you just gonna be hooking up with people, you might not want to bring them to your house. And considering the fact that you don't know this man's name, further confirms that sentiment. All right, so Sis said she needed a tune-up. Pam tells Karen she needs to get on a dating app or something, because child, why you just hanging out at the shop in the middle of the night, and who are you calling over here? And she's like, I ain't calling nobody over here. I'm just here. This is my shop. I ain't got to explain myself to you. And after she leaves, we confirm what Pam is saying. Like, yeah, she definitely calls Zach and invites him over to the salon to talk. So Preston and all of us know that might not work out well, and they're gonna end up knocking boots in this utility closet again. But okay, child, if y'all just closure, I guess, if y'all say so. So so this utility closet / office desk situation is getting a whole hell of a lot of action, and it's giving very much unsanitary. I just want them to, go where regular people go, to each other's houses, hotel, motel, parking lot, park. I don't know. Just get out of people's office, because it's giving very much about to lose your A-star rating on the door, and I don't like it. All right, so back at the bar, Q has finally arrived. Maurice dismisses his company, telling him, like, he steals, hide your kids, hide your wife, get away from him, run, don't look back. Maurice tells Q that he's going to jail, and that's the only option. Q says it was Boosie. So I think Boosie is Maurice's friend that had access to the apartment that was in there when we thought it was Calvin. And he claims that Boosie said the checks were his, and that's why he thought it was okay to spend them. Okay, child, whatever. He claims he can make it up to Maurice, and Maurice is not interested. Maurice then proceeds to knock dude smooth the hell out, like sleep, unconscious, knocked out, and drags him out of the bar under the guise of, oh, he's just drunk, don't worry about it, it's okay, da-da-da-da. Now, what I want to know is what in the hell you gonna do with this unconscious body? Because if he going to jail, aren't you? Because did you just assault this man? Why you didn't just bring the cops with you? Why would you knock him clean out? I was thoroughly confused because, what are you gonna do? So lost, but I guess we'll find out in a couple of days. So, sure. All right, so Gary is anxious and worried about what they doing and what's taking them so long back there in the back room, and should I go knock on the door and see what's going on? And Ann tells him, just chill. That they're processing right now. They talking, they're getting things together. We'll see when they come out. Just relax. And he tells Gary that, while he's here for him, he's busy thinking about Karen, and goes on to tell Gary that they are dating, because Gary didn't know that they were dating. And Gary wants to know, like, how did I not know you guys were dating? And Aaron asks him, like, how did I not know you were dating Andy? Same concept. I minded my business. Simple solution. Aaron tells him that they're taking their time right now, waiting on her to get over Garrett, waiting on her to get over Zach, blah, blah, blah. Melodramatic. Gary says that he doesn't want to be alone. And this is the sole reason why he knows that Andy is his soulmate, his end all be all. This will be your third wife. So this is your end all be all, and you just know this out of the billions of people on the planet because you can't be alone or don't want to be alone. So Aaron asks him, that do you not want to be alone or can you not be alone? Because there is a difference. There's a difference between, and then, he goes on to explain the difference, which I agree. There is a difference between not wanting to be alone and not being able to be alone. I have had this conversation with people about people and to people that some people can't be alone, which means that they will do any and everything to have a warm body next to them at night or in the house with them or whatever the scenario is, that they can't fathom the thought of spending time with themselves. Cool. I can dig it. However, that might not be the healthiest way to secure a partner and another partner and another partner and another partner and another partner, because you can't be by yourself. So yeah, that pretty much summed it up. I'm not gonna get in too much into that. So Aaron, lets him know, like, just make sure that it's because you don't want to be alone and not because you can't be alone, because there's a difference. If you can't be alone, that's a whole nother can of worms. That's a whole nother topic. So yeah, makes sense, but whatever. All right, back in the dressing room, Andy is worried about everything and everybody except walking down the aisle. She wants to know if Karen's still here. She wants to know how her makeup looks. Like she feigns some sort of excitement about about going down this aisle, and but she keeps crying. Like tears just keep coming, and they don't appear to be happy tears. She tries to convince everybody in the room that they are happy tears, but they don't really appear to be. And so she's asking them if this is what she really wants. Ma'am, you tell me. This is your decision. Remember, you love him. He's wonderful. Y'all don't get to see the side of Gary that I see. As you said, you've been defending him this far. Girl, go big or go home. Why not? Sure, just do it. So she's trying to convince herself that she does, but as soon as they're getting up to walk out of the dressing room, she, has a moment where she's zoned out and she is not with us, and then she realizes, like, she don't want to do this. Neither does anybody else around you. The only person that wants to really do this wholeheartedly is Gary. So, yeah. So that was it for season 3, episode 4 of Sistas. We'll see what happens on the next episode. Hopefully she doesn't do it, but I don't know. Gary kind of has a way of putting pressure on her and kind of getting her to do things that she normally wouldn't do. So it's quite possible she'll get out there and, the hearts and butterflies will get back in her eyes and she'll go through with it. And that'll be her cross to bear. So we'll see how that goes. So that is it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever it is that you feel like doing. And I'll see y'all on the next one.